Oxfam released a report which revealed the further gap of wealth that's occurring in the world. Roughly 1,600 billionaires have $5.4 trillion of combined wealth, which represents about a third of the U.S. economy. Other measures show that 300 of the world's richest people control the same amount of wealth as the bottom 3 billion. Poverty is actually growing at the lower end of the spectrum, and the political process is heavily controlled by people with money who get to write their own rules about tax laws and loopholes and the like. So in light of these statistics and the reality of a widening wealth gap, is it time to admit that capitalism doesn't work?
Well, can I just preface this before we even get into this debate?
Okay.
We work for a billionaire, Jeff Skoll, who owns this company, who is doing incredible things to change the world and sees direct effects, including this wonderful show that we create here. So before we crap all over billionaires, we should pay respect to the person.
He is part of the solution, but capitalism is very obviously broken. Not only is it on billionaires like Jeff Skoll to sign up for things like the Giving Pledge, where he's giving away over half of his wealth. And by the way, it's only a fraction of the world's billionaires that have signed up for the Giving Pledge, I might add. It's on governments as well, and I know you're not going to like this, but I think it is on. There's this Horatio Alger myth that you can pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Everything is. Hold on, let me really quick.
What would you like instead of capitalism then? Instead of just crapping all over capitalism,
social democracy. It works pretty well in Europe.
Give me, all right, honey.
Yeah,
okay.
and I'm actually interested. I don't have a full thought-out philosophy and mathematical answer, but I think we have gone long enough under this really beautiful myth that all boats rise together.
That's right.
And what we're seeing in reality is that the sea level rises, but only a few boats can stay floating in that process.
Well, I want to show you a statistic and read you a quote, because I knew I would be alone in this. Number one, we're listening to this. The top 10% of Americans pay 70.6% of U.S. income taxes. So already the wealthiest is being taxed the most of anyone else. One of my favorite quotes is by Margaret Thatcher, who said, "The problem with socialism is at a certain point, you run out of other people's money to spend."